I mean, we're not even in the middle of February, and domestically, it's over for Rangers already. Europe, listen, for me, I think it's been papered over the cracks.
There is more fallout for the Chuckle brothers over on Sky Sports between Kris Boyd and Kris Sutton, but only one Kris is loving it. Welcome back to Fog Football. I should really be in hibernation. I should be hiding, but I'm having to talk about this because Kris Boyd has spoke about it again. He spoke about it last night in the Sun gossip column, and now he's speaking about it on Sky Sports. He says it's February, Rangers are done. Europe papering over the cracks. Not much more to paper over. Must be running out of paper.
But don't worry here. You can come out of hiding after tonight when the draw gets made, when Celtic get Hearts in the next round. They'll know that they've went as far as they can go.
So what you're saying is there's going to be a lot of people switching normal Coke to Diet tonight?
Aye, that's it. The Diet Coke will be the flavour of choice tonight when Hearts take on St Mirren, and we will absolutely we'll smash Celtic.
I've never been a fan of Diet Coke. I'd rather drink Coke Zero than Diet Coke. No. Who actually goes out their way to buy a Diet Coke? It was like a 2009 gimmick.
True, but here,
wasn't it? Some would say it was a 2012 gimmick, but I would say it was a 2009 gimmick.
Well, see if you're out in the desert and you're dying of thirst, and a can of Diet Coke's the only thing you've got available to you, you will drink it. And trust me, when Hearts get Celtic in the next round of the Scottish Cup, you will be on the diet side. But aye, anyway, Kris Boyd, Kris Sutton, one of these guys is always smiling, the other one probably always crying inside, and I think we know who's who.
Yeah, the guy handing the Bovril there. Thoughts on Bovril?
Absolutely stinking.
Have you tried it though?
No.
I've never tried it.
Just the thought of trying it.
A salty gravy drink. I'm sorry. What
that
sort
is nonce material right now.
It is. You know what? Boyd, I like you, but your hard drive needs checked. Although I do believe that most stadiums, when they give you like a warm drink, most of it, like the sponsor will say Bovril on it, even if you're drinking tea. So it's not as conclusive as it might seem.
Yeah, well, you know what? They're probably I'd say Bob. No one buys it, so they probably promote it that much because it's stinking.
But there is one thing conclusive, and that's Rangers are shite.
People have looked at Rangers on a Thursday night, and you can see some signs that the players have got themselves up for those games, but come the Sunday after it, they've struggled. Rangers away form hasn't been great, albeit obviously went to Tannadice last time out and were able to get the 3 points there. But I think looking at it now, Philip Clement is hanging on to his job but I think for the Rangers fans, they will want to know, and I know that Patrick Stewart said it wasn't a financial decision. In the past when he's spoken, I think right now the Rangers fans need to know, is Philip Clement only there now because of finances? Because in terms of progression of the team, we're not seeing that. In terms of an improvement, there's nothing for any Rangers fan to feel optimistic about Philip Clement carrying Rangers forward.
And Kris Boyd has went on to say is the only reason why Rangers have not got rid of Philip Clement is it due to finances. It has to be. You know what? People were telling me earlier that it ain't finances and that the board said they just want to stop sacking managers. That's all good. And you know what? Rangers have earned a few bob this season for the Europa League, believe it or not. The minor competition, as some people would put it. Reality is, I actually believe Rangers have got the money to sack him. Right? It's either they've got the money to sack him and they don't want to sack him due to the previous reigns coming to an end far too prematurely, or they don't have the money, but the board are pretending that's not the reason they're sacking them because they don't want to let on their skin. But I would raise you this. The January transfer window tells me that Rangers are skint.
Yeah, the lack of signings that came in doesn't look good. But here, I mean, even if it is that reason that they're skint, I mean, the board ain't going to come out and admit it. The board ain't going to say, look, we wish we could get rid of this guy, but we can't because we've no money. That's probably the only thing I could think worse that could happen to Rangers right now. So they might just pretend that they're backing him, but we won't know the real reason.
No, we won't know the real reason. But Kris Boyd, he's wrapped this up. Kris Sutton, though, he dove in yesterday. You know what? It may be a day out of date, but Kris Sutton can't resist a dig at Rangers. He said, "Well played, Queen's Park and Callum Ferry, and Rangers were progressing so well under Big Phil." Thoughts on that? That is a dagger through the heart there. It's no good, isn't it? No.
It's a dig for Kris Sutton, but can you blame him? Because I think some people were getting carried away. No, even Clement says, "Oh, look, we're building domestically." Like you had like 2-3 games that you won. Congratulations.
Oh,
what's that?
3 hours before the game, everyone was behind me. No one wanted me gone. You know what, though, right? Say that was the case. Say everyone was behind Phil. Losing 1-0 to Queen's Park is the kind of result that should flip the fans like that. even though most of us already wanted him gone. So, I mean, he did go on to ask the question, something about should Rangers stick with Clement after being knocked out the cup, but I mean, let's be honest. He's only doing that at the wind-up. Of course Rangers shouldn't stick with Philip Clement. I cannot believe, man, we are sitting here a third of the way through February and it's this bad. Honestly, it's actually insane. I expect it here. You might have thought Rangers wouldn't win this cup. You might have thought we won it at Hampden. But I expected the season maybe to come to an end in May, when it normally should end, not February. But we'll be back later on, guys, because guess what? St Mirren, our Hearts' season could end. But you're sticking with the Jambos, aren't you?
We'll win 3-1. We'll be in the next round.
Lawrence Shankland, then he's going to put Rangers to the sword on Sunday?
Aye, and then he's going to put Celtic to the sword. It's a long sword.
It's a long fucking sword, man. It's a long sword. Anyway, till then, peace.